Let's talk about trigger. In Azure Data Factory or Azure Synapse is going to be the same. What is trigger? Trigger is just like the SQL agent job, where we perform a schedule to execute specific tasks based on a condition, a schedule, or event, right? Similarly, in trigger also, trigger will initiate the pipeline execution automatically based on predefined condition or schedule or event. So this is what trigger is. So we have a couple of options on trigger in ADF or Synapse. There is a manual trigger, which is one-time activity, or we can run it anytime, going through the pipeline and then run a trigger now. We can do that trigger now, which is called as a manual trigger. There is another option is schedule trigger, just like our regular jobs. We can schedule execution daily, hourly, weekly, monthly, yearly, right? So we can schedule jobs. We can schedule trigger, which is called the schedule trigger. There is another type of trigger is tumbling window trigger. Tumbling window trigger is basically run the pipeline in fixed interval time, like every 30 minutes, every 45 minutes, or every other day, right? Um, so this tumbling window trigger is good when in the case like if a file is not available there, all right, any other specific, if you want to start the specific time, um, you know, that condition, like or any specific fixed size, if you want to do continuous time interval, if you want that kind of condition, we want to schedule tumbling window trigger. That is one option here. Similarly, we have the last option is event-based trigger. Event-based trigger is the trigger is happen based on the event on blob storage. So basically, we'll have the ADLS, which is file storage, Azure blob storage. This trigger will run, or pipeline will kick off when the file is available on that folder. If you create this event-based trigger, then what will happen is whenever the file is available on that blob storage, this trigger happen, and then pipeline will run at that point of time. Right. So this is event-based trigger. So event-based trigger, tumbling window trigger, schedule trigger, and manual trigger. So these are the types of trigger in ADF and Azure Data Factory or Synapse, right? So let's go to our studio and then see how the trigger will look like. So for that, I can go to I am open the data factory here. So if I close this data factory, and go to I can go to the data factory, or I can go to Synapse. It will be the same. Let me open data factory here, and what I can do is I can go to the author tab where all the pipelines will be in there. If there is already pipeline there, I can see those pipelines here. For me, I do not have any pipeline, but I can create the pipeline by click on this plus sign and pipeline. So this will be our pipeline, and let's say we'll do all those data flow control for activity and data movement activity, and then once that's done, we have to publish that change to save this work to Azure server, right? Cloud server. Once publish is completed, then we will be performing the trigger. So trigger, we have to click on this trigger. There will be trigger now, which is manual trigger that we talked about, and the other type of trigger, we have to click on new and edit button. So when we create the new and edit button, there will be if there is already existing trigger, you can drop and down and edit it. Otherwise, if I don't have anything, I can create the new one. Click on plus new, and the new window will open here, right? So you can give the name like tumbling window or schedule, right? Whatever type of trigger you want to create, and then give the description, and then you can choose the type of trigger here. And then based on that, you will be selecting all the configuration. Right now I'm scheduling a schedule trigger, so it's going to select the start date, time zone, occurrence, and these things. If I want to select the tumbling window trigger, it's going to be start date and every minute only. If I gonna select the storage event, then it will ask which storage you want to see specifically, right? So if you want to see specific that storage, and when the file is available on that particular storage, then this trigger will run. So this is how, and then there will be the custom event as well. There is another type of trigger. So these are the basic trigger information I want to cover in this video. So I'm not gonna create anything, but I just want to show you how triggers work in ADF. So that's all about the trigger. So again, trigger is initiate the pipeline execution automatically based on predefined condition, schedule, or event. That's all for the trigger. Thank you so much. Bye for now.